Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. As always, vital to the future of you all. So I'm a bit perplexed. I have a couple of guests in the chat, and I have no idea what's going on. But I am going to persevere and work through it. So I guess we'll find out together. It's going to be a little, how can I describe it? Voyage of Scurry. Darren, I got emails from you. I need to answer. I'm so sorry. I haven't been to my emails for forever. I've been like really snowed under with a lot of stuff, and I better get more snowed under. I'm just launching my Indiegogo sign up tonight, so that's going to be a recurring theme. You know what? Let me put the link in the chat. So there we go. Oh yeah. So listen. I'm really gutted. I'm really gutted. Because I talked about the thumbnail. I just thought of a much better thumbnail, right? A much better thumbnail. So I kind of like how I photoshopped Jodie and Yaz together. That looked like it was about to get to Passion Embrace Me, right? But you know what I should have put in there? Because the story is that they're rumoring Jodie to be bi, right, in Doctor Who. So you know what I should have put in there? Captain Jack in the background, and the story would have been she comes out as bi in a three-way with Yaz. Yes, that would have been. See, isn't that? And he put Captain Jack in like, hey, there's bound to be bunches of pictures I could do like that. That would have been awesome. It's really weird. Okay, so here's the weird thing about Mandip Girl. I can't work out if she's unattractive or not. She seems like she should be. Like, she seems attractively shaped, sort of. But I don't know. She's like a negative space for, like, sexuality for me. You know, like yeah, listen, I am a guy who is easily turned on. Easily and often turned on. In fact, that's one of the cornerstones of my very existence. But Yaz is like this bizarre dead space. Right, I don't understand it. Because she looks like she should be attractive. I mean, but I don't know. I'm just confused. Very good. Yeah. So let me talk about my Indiegogo sign up. I'm just getting up. So I just got to find the files I want to open up. That would be a good idea. So I have to go over here. So you see, you have different types of YouTubers. There are YouTubers who methodically prepare. It's like golfers that go out on the green first to see it's lying. See how that's going. Well, I need that stuff. Wait, that's good. If I find that, and then nearly there. Where is it? Well, let's start with that. Oh no, I know. I'll do this. There you go. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that all works. Dwayne, we'll start over here. Fine. So this is a sign up for my Indiegogo campaign. I'm hoping to launch it in early December. As soon as I got to find out what's a good number of signups to launch with. Like I'm hoping for is 1,000 a lot or a little? I can't really tell, right? There's two books. I'll be selling. Biblical, which is this kind of really deep, intense, epic story sort of thing that's incredibly biblically accurate. Anyway, so I'll tell you what's about in a second. But first, I want to tell you, the incentive to sign up is you get your choice of any of these 4 art cards. All right, any of these 4 art cards, and I've decided that if I'm going to have a tier where you can get both books and all 4 cards. If you're one of the people who signed up, I'm going to do a 5th card, probably Victoria Waterfield, because that's going to make them crazy, right? That's going to make them insane. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe really play it up that she's underage. Yeah, maybe do that in school uniform, something like that. I know, something just to make them crazy. That'd be awesome. That'd be freaking awesome. Anyway, so yeah, you get 1 of 4 art cards. So this is a series of 4 the male gaze. So I think we'll start off with This one over here. This one over here, which we are entitling Party Like It's 1999. Down, 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 down. Now, see, this was my attempt, right, to appeal to other people's libidos other than mine. Like, I don't normally go in for this. I mean, I wouldn't say no, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't say no, I'm married, I'm Jewish, I'm religious, and all that stuff. I'm a rabbi. But, I wouldn't say no if the other circumstances weren't around, okay? So, so I thought, I should go for, other body types that people are, attracted to. So I thought, what's the name of that Asian-y woman from Space 1999, Xenophobe, or whatever her name is. So I thought, but Dominic the artist, he's got a very similar, I think, taste to me, because he's very into the fuller, buxomer woman. So he's he's enhanced her a bit. So I figure, this makes it easier for me. I'm not sure about that, but I do like his Space 99 stylings, the backgrounds. He kind of nailed it. He's got the door opener on her thigh, for some apparent reason, and she does look hot. So that's Party Like It's 1999. Party Like It's 1999. So let's go to, I think my second favorite. My second favorite is this one. But the James Bond feeling for the male gaze. So, see, by the way, that font I used, it's deliberately 1970s dirty magazine font, right? This is Paul Raymond, right? The Raymond Review bar that was in that dirty mag. Oh my gosh. And I was it just seemed tacky. And it was in that movie, Mona Lisa, right? And so that's the reason I'm using that font. It should really be upper and lowercase to really nail that, but that was too gross to me. I mean, that would have been too really. But the colors, that's basically it. Anyway, so the title of this one is called "Keeping the British End Up." Nobody does it better. Yeah. It's the end of Spy Love Me. Bond, what is Agent Triple X? Bond, what are you doing? Keeping the British ends up, sir. If you haven't seen it, I haven't spoiled it for you because it's fun watching every freaking night. Spy Love Me, I think, is perhaps one of the greatest James Bond movies ever. It's got James Bond in a chalet at the beginning with the Russian bird in the furs, and then he gets a message on his little ticker thing. And so he has to get up and gets on his yellow skiing gear and everything. And she's like, "But James, I need you." And one of the greatest lines ever, he says, "So does England." And then he's out on a ski jump, and it's late enough 70s, so you get that wah-wah pedal going crazy. So he's got that chase going on, right? And then you got the bad Russian skaters coming after him, and they're bad because they're all in black, right? So they're super bad. And then James Bond, he's skating away. He's got one of those stick things that turns into a gun, bam, shoots one, backflips over everything, kills them. Does a whole bunch of finally gets away. But this is how he gets away. Now I want to remind you, he's a spy. He's a spy. Stealth is his, watchword. If he's going unseen, unnoticed. That is the hallmark of a spy, right? So this is what happens. He gets away from them by skiing off a ravine, whoosh, into this big valley, whoo, and then it's quiet, and then suddenly a parachute opens up with a Union Jack on it. One of the greatest openings ever. One of the greatest. So anyway, keeping the British end up because as we should. So that's I think my third favorite. My second favorite. Now again, I wanted to remind you this series is based on my masturbatory fantasies when I was 13, which would invariably be genre related, right? So there we go. So that number two is don't even think it, citizen. Don't even think it, citizen. But I just want to point out, you notice the lettering really works. I'm a graphic designer, so this stuff is important to me. The lettering, that's very Judge Dreddy lettering, while over here, this is very 70s Bond, right? Yeah, and then down here, this is totally Space 1999 lettering. That lettering just makes me. Anyway, what a great job he's done with Judge Anderson here. Obviously, a side judge. Let me just zoom in, just so you're all clear. Let me just zoom in, so you can see she's a side judge. It says very clearly in her identification. So that was me. Let me zoom it out again. That was, but that was a little fun zoom. You see, if you're here for that, you did well. There's Judge Anderson, and it's Don't Even Think It's Citizen. I do like the post-apocalyptic, like how he got the. I don't know. I didn't send him that. He just worked that out for himself. So I really like his there looks like they're rebuilding Sector 113. You got the droid force working on it. He nailed the bike. He just nailed it. Dominic's great. Dominic's freaking great. But you know what? You know why Dominic's great? For my all-time favorite card, and my all-time favorite card can only be number one. No hanky panky in the TARDIS. No hanky panky in the TARDIS. What more did you say? I mean, it's perfect. I would get that like a life-size poster, but my wife wouldn't like it. My wife would, my wife wouldn't let me. But that's just perfect. I mean, why wouldn't you want a life-size poster? It wouldn't be too big. I understand Nicola Bryant isn't so tall. She's like what 5'4" or something. I understand. So although the hills will add a good 6 inches. Again, really great job, Dominic. So freaking nailed. But also, I love that he nailed the detail of the console room. Like he just got it right. He just got that. He got everything freaking perfect. I mean, he must have been able to tell how insanely important this one was to me, right? He must have been able to tell, how I described everything very, very accurately. So, coming up the pose and everything. This is just, I think, as I said, perfect. So anyway, you get just by signing up. If you're good enough to make any purchase, firstly, thank you very much for considering it. But if you're good enough to make any purchase, you get your choice of any of these these art cards in the in your prize, just for signing up. And listen, if you're not going to buy one, that's also cool because this is kind of a numbers game, right? This is a numbers game. The more people you have signing up, just the better you do. But so if you can do me a solid, hit that link. It's in the notes. And school uniforms. Yes. Just what Derek McManus says. My mind. If I ever see school uniforms, my eyes will also go, what? Yeah, again, that would be my number one. Like the Centrinians. Yeah. Okay, Deborah Watling goes to Centrinians. Oh, that's hot. That's what we're gonna do. That is so what we're gonna do. Well done, Derek McManus. Say hello to the chat. I'm going to bring in the chat. Okay, so Darren, just saying hello to people. How you doing, mate? I'm just going to leave that up there. I'm just going to leave that up there. Call it crash, call it promotion. Hit that link, baby. Hit that link. That could be yours. But I think I should randomly change. Randomly change. There you go. Boink. Keep the British end up. So yes, and Jody have no chemistry, let alone romantic tension. Both, it will be like two planks of wood rubbing together. It's basically how it feels. TARDIS time, how you doing? Time Prophet, you knew what was going to happen. You are the Time Prophet, sir. Disaster, how you doing? Sex and a doctor should not be a thing. I actually kind of agree with you, be honest with you. And listen, I can kind of understand it. Like he might take a cul-de-sac and have a life for about 30 years. I can kind of understand at some point, he'll be like, yeah, let's give that a try. Let's give that a try. Fine, but I don't need to see it, right? It's not. That's not helping, It's not making things better. It's just weird. It's weird and icky. Easton, how you doing? Sadako 24 scissoring in the TARDIS. Hashtag scissoring in TARDIS. Yes, let's start that hashtag scissoring in the TARDIS. Hashtag scissoring in the TARDIS. And every time you think scissoring in the TARDIS, you will think of the Rabbi from another planet. Thank you very much. I am I am very grateful. Lord thought. Okay, wait. People in the chat, I'm going to bring you on a minute. You just explain to me live what's going on, okay? Fine, that's the plan. Just let me get through the chat, and then you're coming on. So, well, within the next 45 minutes. Get yourself ready. Brace yourself, darling. That's Australian foreplay, as I'm sure you know. Lord Thoth, great to see everyone. Hope everyone is safe and sound. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. She comes off as neurotic and immature as a character, which depicts her off-putting. And thank you, Saturday 24. Yes, it just feels like what do you do, right? this is a bad hypothetical question, but what does one do? I mean, obviously, I know what the right thing to do is. Let's say you're 17 and you're working in McDonald's and you have this mentally handicapped person working with who's really nice and is also very, very, very attractive, but only from the neck down, right? So you all know the situation I'm talking about. So it's well, I don't know. I mean, you could go either way, right? But it's that sort of dilemma, I guess. We were safe. You were safe till you came here. Signed. Oh, thank you. Very nice. Thank you, Darren. That was really nice of you. Darren Manis is here. Yes, Darren Manis. I think your Centrillions. We'll get there. When I get your Centrillions, I know that's where I've nearly circled the loop. By the way, you know what show I really like this year, and I really recommend it. It's on Netflix here in Israel. Maybe it is by you as well. Snowpiercer. I really freaking enjoyed that. It's got a stupid premise. But then again, they all do. Star Trek has a stupid premise when you think about it. Doctor Who has. They've got stupid premise. This is no more stupid than any other premise or anything like that. It's essentially the world's frozen to death. And the only people surviving are on this train that's on a perpetual loop around the world. And it's a very strict, rigid society in there. So you get the upper class, and it's a very morality tale sort of thing. So you got the upper class in the first class. You got the semi-upper class in the second class. You got the third class, which is the workers. Then you got the third. Anyway, it's a pretty good show. I actually really enjoyed it. It's not Shakespeare, but I really enjoyed it. I'm enjoying The Crown as well. I've only seen the first episode. I got to get Noel on with that because I realized we were on the other side of the wall. I was on the other team. I'm a Londoner. So, and he's Irish. And it's oh, yeah, we probably don't see eye to. I mean, we probably have differing outlooks, on this one. Speaking of differing outlooks, there you go. But it's party like it's 99, baby. Just ask how you doing. Game ratings in 2020. I know 2020 is a weird. How weird is 2020 going to be if I'm right and Trump becomes president? How weird is 2020 going to be then, right? Because that's going to happen in December, right? It's insane, right? It's that will be. That people's heads will just explode. It's too much. One of the kind of I don't want to do Yes and Jody cards. That would not be fun. Since I can hit the like button repeatedly and it will not do it. It will not undo the like. Just wanted to let you know. Okay, fine. Sexy male pick. You're right. I'm probably being coming on. I think that will be series 2. I don't know who could be. Matt Smith, I think. David Tennant. I think. You know what? I'll ask around. That's actually fair. That's totally Let's do that as a stretch goal. Okay, that's Slim. Freaking brilliant idea. We'll do that as a stretch goal. We'll make that like a light one, right? The stretch goal for a 5,000. We're getting an extra 5 pages in the Imperium, which is really cool. The Imperium is the artworks by Dominic. The Imperium is essentially it's weird Doctor Who, James Bond, Emma Peel, a monkey in a spacesuit, and the Black Slab from 2001. All working together, but it's not really them. It's you have the agent who's this very hot female spy. You have the assassin, which is essentially James Bond. You have it's Agent Acid. You have the envoy, which is the black slab. You have the exile, which is essentially the second Doctor Who. He's a shape-changing alien, who's time-shifted alien, who can a shape-changing, time-shifting alien. And a monkey in a spacesuit, because what the hey, everyone needs a monkey in a spacesuit, and they're working on it. So if I do an extra 5 pages in, it's going to be very Patrick Troughton Doctor Who. I really want to do an extended sequence. If I get to like decent money, we'll put an extra 20 pages in, and we'll have. I really want to do like a Patrick Troughton Doctor Who dropping acid at a live Rolling Stones concert in the Central in the Hyde Park, right? I think that'd be very cool. I would like to see that trip. That'd be really interesting, and I'd like to see that go through it. Maybe even go into color. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Mr. Helvis 69, how are you? Yes, those 70s mags. You can smell it, right? You can smell the top shelf. Okay, school uniforms, fine. That's when we started. Point of order: Union flag. Union flag is the only Union Jack flown when the Union. Okay, fine. I don't know how we came up. How I said that, but how it came up, but fine. Tracy Thomas, how are you doing? By the way, Tracy Thomas, I am taking care of that thing that you messaged me about. I'm very happy to do so. I hope everything works out. PC Gamer forever. Yeah, it's gonna. Oh yeah, great art. Let's move on. Let's move back to Bit Perry. There we go. The guests are coming on. There you go. Wow, Perry. Darren said, "There we go." We're 4 years. It feels like, it's been a strange old time. Joe Grant. That was it. That was another one in hot contention. Fine. So here we go. Let me take that off. But yeah, go here. Go hit the sign up. Add your email in. That'd be really fantastic. Thank you. I'll be asking you many times tonight. Okay, so I have my friend in the chat. Problem being wants to bring somebody else on. There's a bit of like Twitter, like they're exploding. Like it's hard for me to judge because I don't think it's real. So they're like they're running around there like their hair's on fire, and for me it's like I don't think it's real, just like, okay. And they're like, it's because I did this thumbnail a couple of days ago with Jodie Whittaker cluelessly inviting in her new companion, who is this black and white minstrel, obviously a man in blackface, right? And she doesn't realize because she's like, oh, diversity, oh, right. So there are people, and including people on both sides of the aisle here, who are like, if you see blackface, whoa. So I see it as being a bit controversial. I didn't see it being that big a deal, honestly. I like. It's like it's got to be like seeing like it's like what it's like the sleazy lawyer in The Simpsons, who is exactly like Jay Sekulow, one of Trump's lawyers, like exactly like him. So it's kind of like that for me. I mean, like, okay, you don't do that anymore. Gollywog is kind of like a funny piece of racist history that we feel kind of like we giggle at, right? But that's bad. So anyway, so there's Twitter controversy going on. He wants to bring somebody on for a chat. I'm always happy to chat to everyone. So here, firstly, problem being, how are you doing? Are you a problem?
I am celebrating your toxic masculinity.
But I do think we'll do another one, like for as a bonus for somebody who gets the package with all four of them, right? So I want them to have like
keyword package.
Package, baby. But then series 2, we'll do the fellas, right? Why not? See? You see? There you go.
For the other male gaze.
For the
one that it seems to be. Yeah, but this is the one thing that they seem to have forgotten. When they go on about the male gaze, and it's like, yeah.
Let me just, before I bring the guests, let me just talk about the male gaze for a second. The male gaze is part of an integral part of human survival. So this is basically how difference between male and female sexuality. Men are again, this is generalities. If you don't fit in this, it doesn't. But I'm just generalities. Right? Men are much more visually stimulated, right? Men are basically like that's why like porn basically works for men. Men are visually stimulated, right? Women are stimulated more by appreciation, I would say. So men like to look at women, but women like to look pretty because they feel appreciated by you looking at them. Right, it's kind of like this. It's this mating it's like this genetic, impairment of how we mate. Women want to be attractive because women feel it makes women, and men want women to be attractive so we can, procreate. That's part of freaking existence. So the male gaze is really, listen, it's a bit dirty, bit naughty, but
come on, I'm pretty sure that Leela had a pretty strong lesbian following. I'm pretty damn sure of that.
That's
the female gaze just as much.
Yeah. So then, a bit of Leela and Romana action. Which Romana? Anyway, fine. So who am I bringing on?
Well, we have with us the Memery Factory, who has certainly been around in a certain other YouTuber's channel that wasn't very a big fan of Noel's or mine particularly.
Right.
Has been a bit naughty with the old trolley poos over a period of time. But I don't know. Maybe he's had an epiphany. I don't know. You can talk about it.
I think I know this guy. Isn't this guy who's the one who's rude to what's his name? Okay, yeah, why not bring him on? What's the difference?
Well, let's hear what he has to say.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you as well. Wait,
how can I help?
Sorry?
No, how can I help you? What's up? What's on your mind?
Not much. No, I was just curious about your little thing that you posted yesterday with the minstrel on it.
What are you curious about?
If you were doing it to provoke people, or if you did it and you didn't realize that it would provoke people. I'm just curious.
I thought it might provoke people. Mainly, I did it because I thought it was funny.
Might have a problem there in this fandom because I don't think they have the monopoly on a sense of humor, particularly.
I don't know whether a monopoly. No, maybe our sense of humor differs, but many people found it funny. Many didn't.
Well, the way I saw it was an illustration of how tokenism is seen by the wokedom.
I would say mostly
they fetishize it.
Taking the piss out of the Twitterati, right?
I kind of figured that's what you were doing, but I was more
them quite obviously.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just wondering because you know how they're going to react, don't you? Surely you know what they're going to say.
I think that's why they have a nervous breakdown. Because they
don't but you know what they're like though. You know what they said about you being a nonce.
Yeah. So listen, I thank you for your opinion. I don't really care about it. Is there anything else?
Oh no, I was just what So you know how you called.
I'm happy to talk about anything. I've answered your question. Do you have anything else?
Okay, yeah. So you know how they you call them a hate group. Like the other side, if you like.
No, there's that account which fits the definition of a hate group.
Okay, well, I'm just wondering.
Not me, mate. I didn't make them fit they chose that.
Okay, all right. No, but I'm just wondering if I don't know. This might be a radical idea, but if you ignore them, right? Might that not help the situation a little bit? Just a thought.
I only really interact with them when they talk to me.
Yeah, but ignore them when they talk to you, because obviously, neither of you guys see eye to eye.
Honestly, this is not my strongest point, but I do. I find them disgusting, like utterly disgusting human beings.
If I might ask, how come?
Wait. That's just my because they are the worst of humanity, and I do like to rattle their cage. That does make me laugh, right? And it's not good. That's not a good thing, but that's just who I am. If they leave me alone, though, I'll leave them alone. I'm happy to be left alone.
But
I mean, like,
why?
I don't go and like. I only go and look at the Nutcat account when somebody really insists I do. But when I do, I just think it's kind of funny because it doesn't really matter. That's really the bottom line. It doesn't really matter.
It is very sanctimonious, though, isn't it? I mean, they preach and preach and preach all day long, but when it really boils down to is they get a kick out of bullying other people.
Yeah,
I
and
agree
they
with that.
just decide that they don't like.
Away.
But I mean, they're 20 something years old, if that, and you know. They're talking down to people who are older than them.
A bunch of idiot kids who like to poke grown-ups. Okay, that's all it is.
No, I agree. But why do you find them so despicable, if you like?
Oh, there's no positive trait I can see to them.
Well, what's the negative trait? Because despicable, that's quite extreme, isn't it?
They're hypocritical. They're like everything that's bad about humanity.
But why? But why are they?
They're vindictive. They're nasty. They take pleasure in somebody else's pain. They are just the worst of humanity.
But why do you think they're the worst of humanity? Like whatever. I'm not to like put you on the spot. Like what kind of evidence?
A bunch of things that a bunch of
but it's I don't want to be rude, but it's all very well like saying they're this, they're that, and the other, but without like something to back it up. It's just an opinion.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. They accuse us of being a dog whistle for these extreme groups, which we are simply blatantly are not. And we disavow any of that nonsense. But when they do that, but they act as a dog whistle for trolls to come on and effectively send someone to hospital over their...
Yeah, that wasn't so good.
Would you not say they didn't themselves directly send people over?
The whole thing about
They didn't have to. The whole purpose was
the whole
to be targeted.
It was a bunch of sick kids getting their kicks. And that's why I let them do it for a few days, right? Because there's no way of denying it now.
I agree.
Even today,
Twitter account, but they can't deny it.
Even today, there was yet another one of these troll accounts which we exposed on that Not My Doctor account, and finally they took action in blocking that person. Even though they had known about it.
They denied being associated with it, essentially.
Yeah, of course they did, but they were following them. They were engaging with them, and to deny that is simply
I don't know if they're following. I don't give a shit. Honestly, I don't give a shit.
I'm just saying, they harbour hatred.
Anyway, listen. Do you have anything else you want to ask?
Oh yeah, just not particular questions, but just generally.
Dude, I'll answer anything you want. Honestly, I don't mind.
Okay, go on. Okay, I'll go for it. So, you know how the situation with Noel's wife, of course, what those people said was terrible. I completely agree. But to say it's particularly other individuals' faults, he was sent over, even though they weren't sent over.
Not sent over, inspired.
Well, inspired, but that's like saying Joe Biden inspired people to say that they
wouldn't have happened. It would not have happened without them doing this. It would not have happened without them doing it.
He's asking me. Let me answer the question.
Sure.
Dude. Yeah. I don't give a shit why they were there, who sent them. I don't really subdivide between you guys. I know you guys are just a nasty little group. He may be a part of you, he may not be a part of it. I know with crystal clarity, if you guys were obsessed by constantly monitoring us, right, then none of this would have happened. And I just think that's a very weird behavior. Again, that's the sort of thing, the East German Stasi goes in for. This is not normal.
I hate to say it, but comparing them to Nazis is a little bit unfair. They're not they're not necessarily discriminating against like people for things like ideology.
They're far more inept than Nazis. The Stasi.
That's what they did. They would monitor people and correct people and get people spying on people.
None of this is normal. They're all bonkers. Okay? I don't give a shit. I just like one bunch of bonkers people, another bunch of bonkers people. You're all nutballs, okay? I don't subdivide.
But would you
I
say
just
I'm a
know
nutball
you guys
then?
are
Just
the
from our
problem.
conversation.
You guys, I'm just saying you guys are a problem. I know you guys are just like freaking out because it's not.
Well, no,
working.
actually, believe it or not, I actually agree with you on a lot of these things. I think when they call you a paedophile, I think that's absurd.
I'm not being antagonistic to you. I'm just answering your questions, right? I
believe it or not, I do actually agree with you.
I will say, in Memory's defense, that I have spoken to him outside,
and I can't argue with that.
He,
a lot of respect for that.
I think he definitely doesn't side with them, particularly automatically. Anyway, I think that like any given outsider looking in,
it's not something I really care about.
No, I know.
It's like, I'm telling you. Anyway, maybe go ahead, mate. Next question. I find myself fascinating, so I'm happy to talk about myself. I do.
All right. Okay, so just like I haven't got a list of questions in front of me, so I'm kind of improvising on the moment. Just so you know,
you can just hang out as we talk about stuff if you want.
Oh yeah, sure, I can do that.
Give us a next topic if you want. Whatever you want.
Okay, so as I said before, I'm on your side about them calling you a paedophile. Because I feel like that's an absurd suggestion for one, because obviously, as you pointed out, looks like an adult, played by an adult. Obviously not a child.
Not only that, but I also like joked about coming on a Care Bear's chest. I don't.
Yeah, but you know what they'll react to that. They'll say you like bestiality then, probably.
But it's the truth. Just a lot of those say it's jokes and bollocks. You know, just don't get uptight about it.
Oh no, I agree.
Like universe, like just loves getting uptight about stuff.
I think as you get older, you get more relaxed about stuff. You don't take anything half as seriously. And when you're young, you take everything so earnestly, and it's so dull.
No, exactly. Listen, you need to be in stable relationships and be getting laid. You know, this is what happens.
What makes you think I'm not?
You get crazy. You know, like none of this is normal. Okay, this
is Rabbi's default position on everybody.
Everyone needs to get laid, man.
Do you not think they wouldn't be crazy if they were all getting laid and they were happy? Do you really think they would put the time into this if they were happy?
No. I think what their idea is that they're actually right about all of this. I think they're incredibly self-righteous, which is a trait I don't like particularly. Yeah, and they're kind of like the internet police in a way.
Yeah.
The reason they're self-righteous is they can deflect from thinking about themselves. You know, it's like Jordan Peterson's very simple example, which really, really explains it, right? You know, people will talk about going and fighting these big causes, like global warming, things that you can't possibly win. Things you can't, and yet the things you do have control about, they don't, right? They have no control over, like, you clean up first, start by cleaning up your room, right? Clean up your damn room. If you can do that, if you can get order in that space, then let's try the house. Then let's try the street, okay? Let's not go for the world until you can clean up your damn room. And so that's basically, but that's what they do. They people look at grab these things that to avoid looking
unobtainable. Yeah, so it's an avoidance tactic. Yeah, because it stops them having to
and it's like
look at themselves in any particular.
We're older and we've seen shit. And
I have to disagree in like the older and I'm wiser sort of thing. But I kind of agree on the. I think they're quite, you know, as I said before, very self-righteous. I think they believe everything they're doing is for good intent. But I don't think they realise
it's sanctimony.
The kind of like the intent of what you're doing, which is obviously to make jokes. Like, to me, everything you're doing, you're kind of treading on the lines a little bit. But I mean, comedians have done that since the beginning of time. I mean, Richard Pryor, he always did that.
Right.
Plenty of comedians.
To me, that's where all humour.
Bill Hicks would be cancelled now, wouldn't he? I mean, there's no two ways about it.
Yeah, listen, I just think, but like, I think none of this is normal. None of this is good behaviour.
I think it is a generation though that has been raised on social media, and that pressure to conform. That pressure to conform is overwhelming.
Well, I don't think it's just pressure to conform. I think it's more along the lines of kind of a sort of feeling of sensitivity, like feelings over
Yeah,
intent.
but
If you
that's
like.
another form of conformity, because then
Well, I
you're
agree,
expecting other people to be as sensitive as you are, and then nobody can offend anybody, and therefore everyone remains in this bubble and wrapped in cotton wool. And I think that's exceptionally dangerous, because
listen,
you're
bottom
not
line
only
of
kidding
this
yourself.
is this. Life is a full contact sport. Life is hard. Life will kick you in the balls a lot. Okay,
but the thing is,
of
I
this
think
stuff
people are more sheltered now. That's what I think it is.
yeah,
A bit.
none
People
of
are
this
more sheltered.
stuff that they're worried about.
But the world isn't.
Like it comes up to
Oh no,
anybody's
it's true.
ankle. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares about anybody's skin color. Nobody's got time to worry about that shit.
Yeah.
Really? Like nobody's got a life where they go, oh yeah, my life's easy enough. I can worry about that. I don't like that guy's skin
Well, I think
color.
that's how. But I think that's how a lot of these people live when you think about it. Because I mean, if they can spend all their day on Twitter with this shit, they probably haven't got much of a life.
When they
To be
get
honest.
older as well, look at Benjamin Cook, like talented guy, smart guy. He's nearly 40. He's done nothing with his life. It's tragic.
He's acting like a teenager. He's acting out online.
Oh,
what does he do? To be honest, what does he do in his life? He writes articles for like a paper, which is based on his favorite TV show. That's basically it. That's all he does.
Which doesn't sell anymore.
Yes, true. I don't think magazines sell in general anymore, though. So
No.
I can't put that entirely.
Well, no, that's fair enough. But
I mean, the book he did with Russell T Davies was excellent. I mean, I can't let Paul Cornell. I'm not going to take away from their talent, but like still, you know, it's tragic. Again, this guy's talented. He's smart. He's had every opportunity in the world, and look at him. He's done so much less with so much more. Right? It's pathetic.
And taking it for granted, you know, and waving it around like it's a big dick, and it's just like we're not really that impressed anymore. Frankly.
What a loser! I mean,
you have to bear in mind, a lot of people of that sort of generation, the way they see it is their political views are somewhat objective. It's not so much seen as like a right or left thing, so much as like a right or wrong thing.
They're idiots.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that the whole left-right dialectic has changed.
Oh, that's all. Yeah,
it's moved. The class has been proven not to be useful to the extreme left anymore. So now they use minority groups. And utilize them in a war of power. It's not about these individual groups themselves. They are cannon fodder for the greater idea. The greater idea does not care. It's dispassionate about these groups, but they are being used. And this is what I feel that we draw attention to when we talk about woke, when we talk about intersectionalism, postmodernism, and all these other foibles, which are academic twaddle, is that they are effectively rearranging the power structure in order to benefit them in new ways, and discarding with the ungrateful white middle class, white working class, because they've proved themselves to be unreliable. Therefore, we're going to attach ourselves to other groups where we can feel we can exploit their situations and to turn them into a new power base.
I don't think it's that. I think they feel like they need to kind of prove themselves. Like I think someone said somewhat flippantly that a lot of these people on Twitter, they were the sort of people who were bullied at school. Now that was a joke when someone said that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I think a lot of these people have somewhat an inferiority complex and feel like they're.
Listen, I was bullied at school. But I don't hold a grudge against the world. You know,
no, but I think a lot of people could, if you like. A lot of people have that kind of mentality.
I did. I had to.
But I mean, not everyone's you. And I agree with you. I think it's bad. I think it's bad. But I mean, when you think about, as you said before, about hate groups and whatnot, like Hitler, the reason he became how he was and so against the Jewish people was because he couldn't get into art school.
Yeah, but
people who have extreme views are generally
who support Jeremy Corbyn.
No,
Jeremy Corbyn, who is an anti-Semite.
That's not the reason. But anyway, he had a very well developed ideology.
Oh yeah, and he was a Marxist before he set up the National Socialists.
Right, but yeah, it was the art school thing is overplayed to deflect. It was basically the most extreme.
He was put in prison, remember? Before all, after all of this stuff. I mean, there was a whole load of other things. you know, but and the collapse of the German economy and so on and so forth. You know, I mean, that just
that didn't help.
built up so many different resentments. But hey, the Jews were the first to always get it in the neck over a history for thousands of years and blamed for everything under the sun. And then Jeremy Corbyn comes along, and these people all support him.
I know.
And yet he was quite happy to throw the Jews under the bus again.
Anyway, listen. We're so
Yes,
we're so away from genre now. Okay, it's so close to, like, I don't know, something. What are we going to talk about today? Fine. Once again, let me just turn this back on. My Indiegogo is sign up ready now. Just go. By signing up, you get one of these free, one of these art cards of your choice. That's obviously the best one. But you know, tastes do vary. The sign up link is in the notes, and also
lucky you haven't done a schoolgirl one.
Well,
that's in the
that's what we're going to do.
That could very well happen. Just to
I think this was going to be in a schoolgirl outfit. I think that has to happen.
Victoria Minor wore a schoolgirl outfit, didn't she?
Victoria Ford, a Ghost of Centrinians. Yeah, I think that's a very good idea. Very good. Let me just go through the chat quickly, say hello to people I have missed. So Dr. Dave is here. How you doing? Andrew Goff, how are you? Deck of Java. That's
Hitler was well out of order. In my opinion, there was something not right about him. Lol.
I don't know what I mean. Bad Wolf 66. I wonder when the other 65 Bad Wolves. Cold Inches here. How you doing? Good morning. TARDIS, Ben Cook. He's just a dick online. But he's like, I actually feel sorry for him. I mean, look, and he's not actually very good at it either. He has to block you to get the last word in.
As they always do. They always do. I'm going to get the zinger in and then block you to deny your right reply. I mean, that's so weak.
If anybody does that, they be a loser. Anyway, Logan 5, how you doing? Reese's Weirder. I like some Reese's Weirder. That sounds very interesting. So hello to already, and I think we're up to date. How you doing, Dr. Dave? How you doing? Good. So let's go look at this article first, I think. Doink. It's a Chrome tab. It is Doctor Who, rumored to be revealed as bisexual. So my theory is this: if she's rumored to be revealed as bisexual, it seems to be the person she'll be revealed with is Yaz, right? I mean,
I thought she was anyway. To be honest, I thought that was the implication.
I'm sorry.
I thought that was the implication throughout, like the series. Like it's kind of like been implied. Like if you can change genders as the character has done, and then the character has had several romantic relationships, then that would probably the assumption would probably be that she would be.
The Doctor had one, and that was a post-traumatic stress thing.
One we saw,
Yeah.
Listen,
it's one true love. That's it. Didn't work out. Was never going to work out. Humans, they die on you. They move away from you. I think it ends there. It ends there.
What about River?
Honestly, what I would really love. Well, firstly, and then I just realized it makes so much more sense if Captain Jack comes into it and they have a three-way. Right? That way, totally buy, right?
Are you sure you're a rabbi?
Look. The rabbinical answer to the question, you get asked this a lot, is when people ask you, Rabbi, is sex dirty? Is sex dirty? That's the question. Is sex dirty? And the rabbinical answer is,
well, I know you are.
Right? Hey! Rutching!
Oh, I love you, Rabbi. There you go.
Romance has always been a big part of modern Doctor Who. Kinda. Yeah, okay, I'll go along with that. With each of the first four Doctors of the revival having some kind of romantic storyline. Let me think. First of all, that's Christopher Eccleston. I don't know. I'm not sure.
No, considering we've been running for 57 years. I mean, we've only had 10 years of any sort of notion of romanticism.
Yeah, well, there was never a notion that they could become a woman before, and it happened, didn't it? So
yeah, more's the pity. But I mean,
River Song as a romantic relationship.
Look, that's more of an intellectual relationship, man.
Is it?
Look, come on. She's the only person left alive, right? Other than the Master or Missy, whatever. I mean, that's before Missy. That was anyway like him. But again, she was going in the opposite direction to him. She was going backwards through his life, through his timeline. So there was absolutely nowhere it could go anyway. That's why they married, because it was just their way of saying hello and goodbye. That's it.
Yeah,
there's nothing romantic in there. I just don't see it.
Wasn't there? Didn't you watch the Christmas special? There was a bit. Come on.
That's just time
Yeah,
spent
no,
together.
actually,
I don't think it's romantic. I don't. And I still think the Doctor should be asexual.
That's what I was saying before. It could be a period in his life. It was a 30-year period where it was doing it. But
come on. You're not just like fucking sexual for 30 years and that's it. Then you fucking give up.
But you're judging it by human standards. Listen, I mean, I still adhere to the looms notion, right? The idea that they are created out of basically like a test tube, like not sexually procreated. And Time Lords are beyond that. All that that's just human foibles. I just don't see it. And the Doctor has never displayed any of this before. I mean, you get glimpses of it, maybe certainly with Joe Grant. You certainly get it maybe with Sarah Jane, but nothing. Yeah, but it's hinted at. It's more of an affection.
It was
more of a fatherly figure as well. Rather
I
than
was going to say, but I think there is romance there, and I think it wouldn't be surprising if it went in that direction. I don't think it's a big deal either.
Well, I think it's funny what they said about Rabbi, and yet you've got this 900-year-old alien falling in love with a 19-year-old. So I mean, if you want to play that game, exactly.
Well, okay, look, I mean,
I blame Twilight for all of this.
Like personally, I would really love them to do a full-on lesbian romance between the Yaz and the Doctor. I would love them to do that.
That would make my
on Pornhub.com, I imagine.
No. I would like I would like them to do it in the show, because I just think now people will. I think I'm just trying to imagine the worst things they can do, right? Because they've exceeded my worst expectations every time.
I can think of one thing they could do that would be a bit far.
I'm sorry?
I can think of several things they could do which would be worse. Like celebrity historical, Jimmy Savile, something like that. That would be too far.
Nah, they wouldn't do that. But I can.
It's the BBC. This is the BBC. You saw the documentary they're making.
I can see them making the Doctor and Yaz become have some kind of romantic arc. I can totally see Chibnall doing that because he's an.
But it's never been hinted at. I mean, that whole thing it's such a contrivance, and the only reason they're doing it again, like everything else that Chibnall does, is for token points, and I'm sick to the back teeth.
I don't think it is. I just think he's a bad writer.
I do. Well, he is a bad writer. But he's a bad writer because mostly he focuses on the politics rather than actual storytelling. I don't know if this is handed down to him from Piers Wenger or where it comes from, or maybe he's just on board the postmodern train. But listen, as a gay man myself, I don't want to see this kind of tokenism to the LGBT community. Quite honestly, I think it's so shallow, it's so tokenistic, and it certainly is meaningless. It's not part of the Doctor's character. I'm sorry, it isn't.
I'm personally offended. That gay couple, the astronaut and his gay police boyfriend, right?
Why are you offended? You're not gay, Rabbi.
Yeah, no, but I'm offended. They didn't get it on. Intercourse across the console.
Yeah, if you're going to do it properly.
What are they? Ashamed of their love? No, I think their love should be squirting across.
Well, the only reason he put those two characters in was because he had one lesbian killed almost immediately after she said she was a lesbian, and that was in the Arachnids one. Then it was like the resolution of the Daleks. Hello, I'm gay, whatever, my boyfriend is.
Oh, my boyfriend had a hard day. Bang!
I mean, come on. Yeah. And let's not forget the other one. The other one with the.
It's a double problem. He's full of tokenism and he's a shit writer.
I think the thing is, the tokenism is a part of his bad writing. I think he thinks in his head that how to write a character is, who are they shagging? Oh, what is this person in relation to the other people in the scene? Like that Donald Trump-esque character, he didn't have really a personality, and he was one of the stronger characters.
Well,
in that
none of them
scene.
have. None of his characters have personality.
He
You look at Russell T Davis's era.
He wasn't a villain.
You look at Russell T Davis's era. They've all got character. They've all even the incidental characters have character. None of the main cast in Chibnall's era have any character of depth to them whatsoever.
They have character
surface level.
They have very character traits. You have what's his name, Ryan, who's kind of scared, and you have
he's a pussy.
With his dyspraxia that gets
great at everything. I haven't seen her do anything good, but everybody says she's great at everything. But I haven't seen her do anything impressive at all. Right?
She's the best cop ever, but she's never at work.
Yeah, exactly. I have Graham, who I liked in the first.
B-Tech Wolf.
Yeah, and then listen, he was just doing his own thing, and he kind of stood out because he could act. And
it was good in the first season, and then
to be honest, I actually think all the actors are okay. The guy plays Ryan's a bit shit.
She is like a wrecking ball through whatever scene she goes in. If they have an episode without her in it, it's better. But she is like this, you know, in Indiana Jones, you got that giant ball that comes rolling down that's going to crush him. That's what she's like. She's just
she's an oxygen vacuum.
No. She's just not very charismatic. I think.
No, she isn't at all.
I think that's the issue, and well, actually, I don't think many of them have been, to be honest. Sorry.
Many of them have been what? What are we talking about?
Okay,
charismatic.
Let's put Yaz together in a room with Rose, Sarah Jane, Leela, who else?
Jimmy Savile.
No. Come on, any of the companions from the current era. Put them in a show together and see which characters shine. Which one do you think will be the least evident?
Put Donna in as well. Put Donna
in. Boom, chew up the scenery. That's it.
Instantly. I love Donna.
I love Donna. She's great. She was my favorite.
The Donna Noble box set Big Finish did.
No, not yet.
Oh, it's good. It's good. I should send it to you. It's very good. I like it.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's read this bloody other. By the way, okay, wait there. I'm taking issue with this first sentence. Going through the first 4 Doctors of the revival, I don't think X-Men really had a romantic relationship, right? I don't think she wasn't really into him. And
sort of. It could be argued.
Maybe towards the end, maybe a bit.
They do kiss, don't they? They do kiss.
That's not a romantic kiss.
I think the implication was that it was kind of meant to be, especially the way it goes.
Right.
Apparently, that was one of the reasons he left.
I think that first kiss, if that's true, and I could hear that argument, I think that first kiss was at the end of his life. So I don't think that's really counts. 10th Doctor totally had a romantic relationship. The 11th Doctor had a romantic relationship because I think Rose fancied him for the first few episodes. Not Rose. What's her name?
Amy.
Who? Sorry? Amy. Amy kind of fancied him for the first few episodes.
And River.
And then River was a weird one. I guess.
I think that's what they're counting. I think that's what they're referring to.
River loved herself more than she loved anyone else, quite honestly.
No, anyway, who cares? Let's read this article. However, the past 2 seasons have completely avoided tackling the notion of the 13th Doctor's sexuality. Yeah, what? I don't understand why it would even. Okay, fine. Much of the disappointment of fact, no one's been disappointed. Weirdo, and you're not a fan. You're an idol.
Tackling the notion. What notion? I mean, there was no notion until they keep bringing it up.
Oh no, Doctor Who's not sucking a cock. What am I going to do? Nobody's ever said that. That's never happened.
Exactly.
No, nobody ever goes.
You would.
No.
Fair enough.
It's never happened. You know, I'm sorry. Doctor Who doesn't need to be sucking a dick, okay?
Yeah,
it's fine.
What are you on about? What do you think? What are you on about?
What? Sorry?
Pornhub.com/gay. Find it on there, mate.
I'm sure it's there, but I don't care.
Not on Doctor Who.
To watch Doctor Who. That's not
average. You've got. It's a family show. You've got kids as young as 4 watching it, as well as people in their 90s. You know, I mean,
right. You're not going to have Rose fingering
in the home,
are you? That's not going to happen.
Well, they do reference your friend in this article, so...
Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Oh, Tardiso, there you go. YouTube channel has shared many factoids about the next one of the Cypher series in the latest video. Oh, there's many people now. Host Noel warns, though, that he should be counted as rude. Yeah, he says that till he's blue in the face. I don't know why people don't I don't know why they get uptight when what he says doesn't pan out. And 9 times out of 10, it tends to pan out, I think. But I don't know why people get so upset, because they just want it to succeed. That's the thing. They just want it to, and it's not. It's falling flat on its face.
What, do you believe the Planet of the Gays thing?
What?
Well, it's been done before in the Orville.
Well, I just don't believe that'd happen.
It's been done in the Orville.
Like...
Go and look at the Orville season 2. I think it's the second episode. Yeah, you've got a Planet of Same-Sex Couples.
Oh yeah,
the Orville.
The Vortus and whatever. Yeah, and it's done well because it's not a thing. It's not.
It's done cleverly. Chibnall can't do it cleverly. So I mean, if he does do it, it's going to fall flat in his face.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, he's only going to be in the show for a couple more series, isn't he?
Oh God, not even.
I can't believe they're doing another 8 episodes. I like
9 too many.
That represents within the corporate structure of the BBC is breathtaking. Yeah, you would think stealing the election was bad.
You don't believe in that, do you?
Oh,
well, that's for the courts to decide.
Oh God.
100%. Listen.
All right.
Well, they're already turning up votes that have disappeared already. So the
evidence of voting irregularities is overwhelming. It's not even not being contested.
You are a voting irregularity. Carry on.
No, the evidence of voting irregularity is uncontested. Right? It's and Dershowitz says it's going to the Supreme Court and going to win. They just had this incredibly respected lawyer come out yesterday, and she said, we got ironclad proof that the voting machines were hackable. And then
I don't. Well, we'll see. We'll see, won't we?
Listen, you need to tell your friends. Just get you probably
I don't have friends.
Okay, that's your
I
problem.
only have hoes.
Okay, fine. You need to tell your social group. Just be prepared for probably Biden's president. Almost certainly, in a normal world, Biden's president, right? Almost certainly he's going to be there. But you guys need to be prepared for the event because I think there's a good chance he can pull it out, even though it's crazy. I think he's got about less than
a to the actress.
I think he's got less than a 10% chance. But he's come back from odds like that before. I'm not counting him out till he's out. But both probably.
I can't lie. I think it's a bit less than 10%. But carry on.
Because the thing, the thing that's really convincing me, the TV and and social media, all blanketly saying there is no evidence of voting fraud or voting irregularity.
And already tens of thousands have already shown up in the last few days.
It's a tsunami of evidence.
All right, okay. I feel like you're both fairly intelligent people. I'll take your word for it that there is possible evidence. I'll have to look into it though.
It's not my president, so I can only say what I see.
There's over 265 pages of affidavits in that sworn statement. That means if they're shown to be lying, they can face up to 5 years in prison. This is the definition of evidence. No one's saying this evidence is going to compel a judge. We don't know yet. We don't know that if a judge is going to rule. But that saying there's no evidence is a blatant lie. Just in Michigan alone, there's 265 pages of sworn statement affidavits. And that was last week. It's growing every day. It's crazy.
All right, okay, I'll look into it if you want.
And by the way,
someone in the chat has said, when the memory factory leaves school, he will get a shock. How rude is that? How do you even know I'm in school? Are you a nonce or something? Have you been stalking me? Put my real name in the chat then. I dare you, the time prophet.
He's kind of right.
Wait, stop bullying me. Stop bullying me, Rabbi.
By the way, the other thing that they're in real trouble about is in Pennsylvania and Michigan. They stopped counting at 4 a.m. Said, we'll continue at 9. They sent away the GOP observers, right? And then they brought in a ton of ballots. The 100% for Biden started counting again. The GOP observers weren't allowed in. They had to go and get court orders to be allowed in In Pennsylvania, they still weren't allowed in, even though they got a successful court order. And that's when they counted 350,000 ballots, all for Biden, that said that had no oversight. Even if they're kosher, they're in trouble with that. And they got 150,000 in Pennsylvania that did the same thing.
Well, I can't lie. I want Biden to win, so I'm not complaining either way.
Well, he's going to be a warmonger.
I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying, I'm genuinely worried in December 15th that there's going to be like a major meltdown in the world.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll be interested if it did happen.
You watch the wars erupt. There will be wars. There will be collapse. There'll be all manner of things.
No,
look, he is establishment.
I think there's going to be riots at first, but I think they're going to be too shell shocked. What's really going to happen is that the power of media and social media will be completely broken because they will be so clearly allied to their audience.
We'll see.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be a real. I think people's will. I mean, I was speaking to this. Was it Roth Cornett? She's got she on. What's show she on? I can't remember. I was talking to her online on Twitter, and like, there's no belief whatsoever that anything has validity, and everything has validity. I mean, listen, I don't know. He's got one chance in 10, but I still think he can pull it out, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does.
We'll see. As I said, we'll see.
Yeah, but like, just let people know. Let people know. Just hold your breath. It'll feel better
if brought up in a Marxist school. Fuck me. Well, it's ironic. My librarian was actually a Marxist, although I vehemently disagreed with him.
Ironic. All librarians are Marxists. If they could get a real job, they wouldn't be a librarian. Right.
Oh, come on. You don't know who's in your chat, Rabbi. Respectfully to our guest, his opinions reflect a certain worldview that has been indoctrinated into our children over the last 25 years. Fuck me, that's specific.
I agree with all of that.
He's actually not wrong.
Do you reckon the education system is promoting Marxism? I'm further right than most people, believe it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Believe it or not, though, Joe Biden's actually further right than Donald Trump when you look into it. But
that I do agree with. Actually, I do. And he's a bigger racist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Undoubtedly.
Okay. What's more, it said. Well, I missed the thing. The most headline-grabbing one is that the episode will feature the Doctor alluding to being bisexual, and a guest star will apparently be brought on to put this to explore this. That's got to be Captain Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That makes total sense to be Captain Jack.
Mm-hmm.
There is that. There's also the Noel's idea that they might try and bring Marilyn Monroe into this somehow.
Marilyn Manson, that would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be even more interesting. Quite frankly.
I think they should have the Charles Manson episode soon.
Yeah, well, there you are.
I mean, like Marilyn Monroe was what? You never actually saw it, did you? I can't remember.
I don't know, but he did marry us, so.
That white jacket is all I remember, right? I like that Christmas special. That's actually one of my favorite Christmas specials. What's more, the show was like a gender change, more head on than it's ever done before. It literally, okay, fine. The main character changed its gender. How much more head on can you like? You have to go into everybody's house and shout that. I don't know. What they keep shouting at you?
I don't know. Would it have helped if they would have addressed it?
Shouting.
Would it have been better if they'd addressed it, and actually made the character, I don't know, feminine? I don't know. Why is feminine?
Well, I feel like as a stylistic choice, there's a lot of interesting things you could do with a woman in the role because it's time travel, isn't it? So, and they haven't really taken advantage of that.
No, they haven't.
They probably cast a bad actress in the role, in my opinion. They should cast someone who I think has a bit more, sort of panache to them.
I would like to see Michelle Gomez.
Was it his the Golden Compass? Would have been good. Ruth Wilson.
Tilda Swinton.
No, the other one.
Kate Winslet.
Ruth Wilson.
Oh yeah, she would have been probably quite good.
I
don't know.
I was bored for there being a female doctor. I thought it was
Emma Stone would be good in the role.
But they didn't do a female doctor. They did this weird trans doctor.
Yeah, she is such a tomboy.
Really trans. You got like what 0.001% of the population. Yeah, they're and about a quarter of them are happy. And that's why the ratings are in the toilet. One of the reasons the ratings are in the toilet.
It's too specific. I think they went with a very specific. You know, they got the typical femme creme supreme type character on there, and by femme creme supreme, I mean generally white female feminist supremacist. You know, that whole kind of the blonde Karen hairstyle, the tomboy thing, and the I've had
it's not really a
attitude.
Karen hairstyle, to be fair.
It really is.
It really is.
It's so Barclay's counter
I
stuff.
think she's quite attractive, to be fair to her.
She's not unattractive, but she's not, I mean, it's irrelevant. I didn't find Eccleston attractive. I didn't find Tom Baker attractive. I don't want the Doctor to be attractive necessarily. I just want her to be a good actor.
I find her
who can act the role. She can't.
Do you know who'd be good? Do you know who'd be good next in the role? If you guys watched Peep Show.
Yeah.
You know the guy who plays Johnson in Peep Show?
Scissorhands.
No, Johnson. Patterson Joseph. He would be good.
He was slated to be the 11th.
That would be a joke.
He was totally the number one pick to be the 11th Doctor, apparently. And then he got beaten in the last by Matt Smith. But he was Stephen Moffat's initial pick for the 11th Doctor.
That would have been interesting.
He would have been so much better than.
Yeah, he's a fantastic.
Yeah. Anybody. I mean, look, Fingermouse would have been better as the Doctor.
No, but did you ever see the show
Bagpuss.
called? Was it The Leftovers? He was in the first season of that.
Yeah, he's good in that.
I freaking love that show.
I'd love to see, if I was to go for a good-looking Doctor, I'd go for Luke Treadaway. My God.
Yes, I would.
And get his twin brother Harry Treadaway to be the Master. Fuck yes.
Yeah. He'll be a great Doctor, 100%.
Totally.
I think they should just cast Kevin Spacey at this point.
Now he's being controversial.
Okay, no. I think. Well, you know the Lawrence Fox rumors. I think he'd be shit, even if he wasn't kind of a.
I've never actually
problematic
seen him
guy.
I've never seen him act in anything anyway.
I saw him in Lewis. He's crap in that.
I've never watched Lewis.
I like.
Father's better as an actor.
Yeah, I like him to be the Doctor just to piss off the.
I think that's your modus operandi, though, Rabbi.
No,
I think you piss people off.
I think I'm freaking out. I find it funny. I do. I really do.
Well, you've got to get your. Listen, we've got no Doctor Who. We might as well have endless entertainment where it counts.
If it works like this to us all the time, just leave us alone. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what people used to do. We just left each other alone.
The fandom is
but you don't leave them alone, really.
No.
I find it entertaining, but you don't leave them alone either.
Everything Rabbi does, he does in defense. And yeah, of course he winds them up because they keep coming for him. So he's going to go, well, whilst I've got you here,
you go after him a bit. You go after him a bit.
I'll rent you my headspace. That's it.
Speaking of,
you go after him a little bit, Lee, let's be fair.
Keeping coming. You can get any of these 4 up very easily. Which will keep you coming back, or just keep coming. Whatever you want. They're not
laminated, Rabbi.
They're not going to come laminated. Or that would be a stretch goal, I guess. You can get any one of these by hitting the link I put in the chat. It's also in the video note and signing up for my Indiegogo. So you can be informed when it comes out. You actually want to be informed because there's going to be a really good perk called 30 for 30. I'm selling the books for $20 each. There are 2 books, and you can get both of them for $40, including all 4 art cards, right? But
can you have made them like a sex doll instead?
No, I can't do that.
A blow-up doll.
But the first,
that would have been better.
Yes.
But the first 30 people get both books, get that perk for $30, right? So that's a great saving. I just want to point out, and so you get to show yourself party like it's 1999. Love that. No hanky-panky.
Fabulous.
Keeping the British end up, or don't even think it's Citizen. And you get one free with any purchase. So if you buy one book, you get you get them you get one card. Okay, that's basically the bottom line. This book is The Imperium. It's artwork by Dominic Braccio. It's a mind-bending psychedelic. Reality-altering adventure featuring somebody very much like James Bond, somebody very much like Patrick Troughton, somebody very much like Emma Peel, a black slab from that's very similar to one that was in 2001, and a monkey in a spacesuit. Okay, monkey in a spacesuit. I want easy ground with. So that's the group. And again, the artwork's freaking awesome. In fact, it starts off with a great homage to The Prisoner. And biblical is a in-depth, fiercely biblically accurate, insane story that starts off with the Tower of Babel. Actually starts off about 100 years before the Tower of Babel and goes forward about 500-600 years. It goes through the Tower of Babel. It goes through the flood. No, it starts with the flood. I forgot that. The flood goes before about. Starts with the flood, goes through Tower of Babel, and focuses on the raven. And then the second half of that story is told in the Book of Jonah, which all links together in one narrative. Sorry.
Never mind. I was joking.
He was being all modern, like.
Yeah, I don't know what Benny Hill is, but I do. And I can't guarantee any Benny Hill extra. But if you just sign up right now, you can get your choice of Party Like It's 1999. No hanky panky in the TARDIS. Keeping the British end up, or don't even think it, citizen. Don't even think it, citizen.
Don't even think it, Rabbi. Don't even think it about underage girls. Am I right?
I never stop thinking it. Okay.
Stop thinking about underage fictional characters, for fuck's sake, man.
It's so yeah.
I'm kidding. By the way, I find it funny. Sorry, it's my coping mechanism.
You need a coping mechanism with Rabbi.
Victoria in Downtime, which was about 45, right? I think she.
Are you into MILFs then?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Or GILFs.
What's a GILF?
Or GG ILFs.
Well, what's a GILF?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Granny.
Well, I mean, I guess my wife is getting like, she.
Don't say that about your missus. Don't say that about your missus. If she hears this stream, she'll fucking kill you now.
Okay, this is going to amaze you, right? We've been married for over 20 years. She knows I like to have sex with her. Okay, she knows that's like.
Really?
She's completely aware of this. I don't really play that one close to my chest. That's it.
Fucking love you, Rabbi.
He loves you. That means he wants to have sex with you.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I want to have sex with you, Rabbi. Apparently,
he wants to have some sexy Rabbi time. To be honest, I wouldn't mind some of that myself.
I don't go in for the love. I don't go in for the love that dare not speak its name.
What? I'm
don't want to cast aspersions, but it's me. Honestly, my rectum goes in one direction. Okay,
in the direction of the dildo. Your wife puts on.
Yeah, no, I'm so totally not into that. Yeah, I don't even want.
That's what they all say. That's what they all say.
No, they don't. People are into it. Believe me, people are into it. Are very, very open.
I'm not into it, but like I am. I'm just kidding.
You are
what? He can't help himself. He just can't help himself.
You what?
Into you.
You're into me again. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I like to speak Jewish, man. What can I say?
Not turned on.
You troll.
Okay. I'm joking now. Okay, I'm only winding you guys up. I think you said a guy in the chat said, "Well, Memory, now you are showing your true colours." Is that the pride flag?
Well, how are you fasting me, winding me up? I find that rather complimentary.
Win-win situation.
Win-win. Win-win. It's banter, but it can be taken.
I appreciate your interest, but I'm not. I'm not for me.
Well, if you ever decide you want to have like a late life change in mind, just hit me up on Twitter.
I've really never had any gay feeling in any way whatsoever. Which is okay. Here's the gayest thing I ever did. Okay, I'll tell you the gayest thing I ever.
You watched Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, I didn't like it though. Didn't like.
Did you not like Brokeback Mountain? It's a good film.
Oh,
I didn't understand why the two dudes started having sex with each other. I'm like, what? What's going? They see cowboys, then they're shagging. I didn't really get the segue. Like, shouldn't you like buy each other dinner?
Wow. There was a bit of he got him the beans. He got him the beans from up the hill.
Yeah, that
magic beanstalk. No.
Yeah. Okay, my gayest moment ever.
Groom.
I was watching a documentary on prostitutes, right? And they asked,
and you pulled out your dick and you started tapping to the blonde twink.
No, that's not. I don't know. I wouldn't go for that.
It took you a while to clock onto what I just said, but
memory.
I had to process it to decide if I agreed or not. Anyway, so they asked, what did they do? What's the one act they did that their clients like more than anything else, right? And they all said the same thing, which freaked me out, right? They said they digitally pleasure their client, right? Or they orally pleasure their client, whilst they put a small vibrator up their ass, right? So I'm like, and they said every client loves that more than anything else, or teases their ass. So I thought to myself, would I want to try that? I considered it for a few minutes. I said,
you had a chat with your wife about it, you know.
But honestly, that was the closest, the gayest moment I ever had. I'm really again, gay people can't really get it a lot of the time. Gay people are like, you really want to be? No, not at all. I have no desire.
Right, but my mother has short hair, right? She's like 5 foot nothing.
Sorry.
And she wears sensible shoes and she's good with gadgets. And of course, all the lesbians love her. And they keep coming on to her and like, oh, you really one of us. You're in. And she's like, no, I like the cock. You know, I like men. And they just wouldn't leave her alone so many times. She's like, I fucking had enough of these people.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she started fucking him to get him away from her.
No, she loves the D. She really
does. Fine. What's more, it said the show will tackle characters' gender head on. Fine, blah, blah, blah. And Jodie will allegedly apologize for that. This is just reading out Noel's article. I tell you,
should have just sent a link to his video. To be fair, it does waffle on a bit at the beginning, so it's good to have one of these.
I can't believe how much traction it got. Moving away from.
Didn't you see how many views it got though?
Well, what?
Didn't you see how many views it got live? It was like upwards of 1,000. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, good for him.
That's because Chibnall's left us with a void vacuum of which nothing emerges, and of course people are going to fill that gap.
Now they're going to talk about the multi-master story, and I was actually going to go over all the Big Finish Master stuff they're doing next year, which looks really, really cool. Because the Big Finish Master stuff they got coming up looks fantastic.
I really want to see that Masters multiple master story thing. That looks great.
Yeah, but what they're playing.
Tales of New Earth Series 2, that'd be quite good, I reckon.
Is that coming out? I didn't know.
No, I'm only kidding.
What do you think about the War Doctor?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't listen to the audio, so I don't care.
Oh, they're good. You should try
it. Sorry. The thing is, for me, I'm quite a visual person. I have to have visual stimulus.
I
have to have visual stimulus.
I was like that, but I really force myself. What I usually do is I'll put it on before I go to sleep, and then
you fall asleep to it. It's boring.
Some of it is, but some of it keeps you awake.
Things like Doctor and Blake 7, which they do so well, you do kind of seamlessly think you see it, right? You kind of feel like you fall into it.
This is because I have a fabulous imagination.
No, and also, but they get the soundscape, so right,
Well, that's it, because I'm a sound designer as well, so I can appreciate it on a different level. So I'm actually listening out and going, "Oh, that's interesting. How did they do that?" Stuff like that. So I find it really interesting, anyway.
Fine. So let's see. Let me pull this up. Dwayne
said the actress did.
Yeah, she cried. Jigga.
Yeah, that's all I want to get.
So this is their. Oh, that's a terrible way of zooming in on it. You could give us a bigger version. So this is Big Finish. They're doing this. I think multi-master story, but like with all the masters that's ever been anywhere. So who we got in there? We got.
Should we do the same thing you did with the companions for the Master Rabbi?
I don't want to sleep with any of them. I mean, would I go with Missy? I don't know. I think.
What about the crispy one? Jeffrey Beaver's master, for sure.
No, again, I'm not in.
You have to butter him up
You're not
first,
into
like in
BB.
singing.
Big
You have to do the
black
singing detective job with the butter, I think, really.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, not into guys. What can I tell you? So
What,
anyway,
not even like dominating. I feel like you're a bit of a dominatrix, Rabbi.
oh
You're
yeah,
incorrigible.
that's more with girls than boys. Yeah.
More,
So
well, that would imply that you do it sometimes with boys.
no. You could be a dominatrix to a girl, can't you?
You can, but you said more with girls than with boys, which would suggest more
No,
rather than entirely.
Oh, you pedant.
I caught you out there. Freudian slip, Rabbi.
Entirely and never. Yeah, that was an understatement. Fine. Let's talk about Masterful. So anyway, this has all the masters in it. This has. Well, I'm not sure if Auntie Amy's in the main. Do they have Alien Delgado in the main story? I can't tell. 1 second. So
I think Delgado's master is not in the special edition. Isn't he? Only appears in the special edition. So I think that's a bit of a cheeky thing.
Right. So is Amy's master here? Let's go back to.
I think so.
Let's go back to this version, the vanilla version. So, it does have Amy. So who's playing Amy in it? Is it John Kosher?
Must be. It's got to be. Surely.
Milo Parker, maybe?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, no, isn't Milo Parker this guy? Okay. Well,
it might be.
Let's go through that.
Maybe they haven't cast it yet.
No, fine. You got Jeffrey Beavers. That's this dude over here, right? We got Mark Gatiss. That's in the Unbound Doctor. You got Michelle Gomez, Derek Jacobi. Oh, there, his stuff. Alex McQueen, he's fantastic. Actually, Alex McQueen in a couple of them. Milo Parker. Who's Milo? This one must be.
That's a boy, isn't it? That's a boy.
Right.
And then you got John Sim, and John
Sim.
Yeah, there is no Anthony Ainley then.
But Anthony
I mean, obviously not him himself because he's not with us anymore. But I mean, there's no one listed there as playing.
Yeah, not on the cover. Yeah,
I guess it must be kosher. Must be.
The same cast.
No, again the same.
So it must be.
Oh, John Coleshaw. There we go. But that's narrated by.
Yeah, but that's a third Doctor story. Terror of the Master. Like an audio. I don't know why they call it an audio book. Is it just the whole thing's read by John Cox? So it's like a book on tape.
How boring.
Yeah, I don't
listen to him.
No, I like the audio dramas more than the.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, do you want to listen to the trailer? Let's listen to the trailer.
No, I don't actually, but fine.
Shut up.
We're gonna listen to it.
From Big God, you're terrible.
You're terrible too. You're problematic, mate.
I'm fabulous. I'll have you know.
Masterful. I am the master, and you will obey me. I am the master, and you will obey me. I am the master, and you will obey me. I am the master, and you will obey me. I am the master, and you will obey me.
Did we hear an alien?
No.
I am the master, and you will obey me.
That's John Sim.
Big Finish. We love stories.
You, Beardy. No, other Beardy. Yes, that one. Do the laugh.
That's Amy.
How corny.
I enjoy it. Like it's like I'm into this stuff.
But it gives you a taster of what they sound like. But I like Missy's bit there.
Those Missy books are good. So anyway, so they got that in February, and then in January. Then in February, did they have? No, it's in March. Wow, this is going to be good. Do they have a trailer for this yet? No, not yet.
Oh my god, that looks like a gay porno.
Okay.
It really doesn't. You're just trying to say things.
I'm not going to dispute you. So this one. Do we have a trailer for this one?
Why does he look like a vampire in it?
I don't
Because
know.
it's Eric Roberts, and that's what he looks like.
I mean, like, they bought him back for a couple of audios. I think it'll be pretty good. I like they got him with Chase Marston. Who else they got in there?
Yeah, she's pretty tame.
Well, Nicholas Briggs is playing the Daleks.
Derp.
And Robert. I think both these people are decent writers. Okay, so it's a 3-box set. Okay, interested in hearing it. And
Well,
do they have
it'd be
any
interesting if he's
women
toned it
writers
down.
on that?
Who cares?
Whoa, you misogynist.
No, I just don't care. I just want good writers. I don't care if
Yeah,
they're male, female, or Martian.
really
Frankly,
honestly, now whenever I see a female writer, I always worry because I'm like, really? Because they do so.
I've had an upgrade.
You know, here's the thing: if you talk about your identity constantly on social media, and you get hired to do a prestigious project with any Doctor Who thing is, if you do that, and then you produce crap, you're going to be called a diversity hire.
To be fair though,
crap.
To be fair though, Rabbi, it's the male feminist writers when they try to do the whole feminist thing. It's cringe.
Honestly, I found them hiring female writers who just are doing crap. It's way too common. Most
look at the
comic.
Look at the Time Lord Victoria's comic books they did, and I hired that artist, and she was just god awful. Like she would draw a mouth.
Can we have a look? Can we have a look at it?
Oh, Time Lord Victorious.
Yeah, no, that comic that you're talking about, just to see what it is, if it's really that bad.
The anus mouth. Yeah, I mean it's.
I'll look it up. 1 second.
And it doesn't look anything like David Tennant. It looks like what's his name from Gimme Gimme Gimme. James Dreyfus, or whatever his name was.
What, Richard Dreyfus?
No, was it Richard Dreyfus? I don't know.
No, Richard Dreyfus is the guy from Jaws.
No, not him. No,
this is a reasonably
anus mouth. See,
lots of it. Yeah,
it doesn't look like an anus mouth. It just looks a bit weird, to be honest.
It looks like an anus or belly button or something.
Well, you would know.
Yes, yes, I would.
We all know what anuses look like. It's like the thing that we all know about.
Does it? I mean, it's just look at the Dalek.
No, okay, for me, the Dalek art was poor, but yeah, I can't stand this like effeminate bisexual.
Well, his like neck and his chin don't look like normal. Do you know what I mean?
Copy paste panels. I mean, like so lazy.
Oh shit, that is quite lazy, isn't it? That's quite
fucking lazy.
Jeez, that's why I don't read the comics though either.
Yeah.
They look trash.
Well, that is trash. It's because it's not done right.
Well, yeah. Now I have to show you how a comic's done right. Let me pull this up.
Why is this guy the Time Prophet? Like, well, he's not done it like there's the last 2 comments, I don't think. But he keeps on going on about how I'm a school kid and how I'm immature. Just leave me alone, man. This is bullying. I'm on antidepressants, buddy.
Yeah. That's gonna get you beaten up. Okay, dude. don't. That's just gonna get you beaten up.
Yeah, but I actually am as well.
Don't be a pussy. Okay, imagine that you're in jail, right? That's the basic way you have to go.
Make sure not to drop the soap, Rabbi.
It was that, but also don't be, the prison bitch, okay? Which is basically what you're saying when I'm on antidepressants. Not good. This is good advice I'm giving you, right? Good advice. So,
okay, tell me how to get laid, Rabbi. What's your best tips?
About what?
Getting laid.
Let me think. Self-confidence. What?
Okay, go on.
Self-confidence and respect. If you
I have neither.
Okay. Also, well, you have to have self-confidence. You have respect for yourself, and you have respect for the woman you're talking to, right? But
I have respect for nobody, especially not myself. So kind of buggered, aren't I?
Why You don't seem like such a terrible person. Why wouldn't you have respect?
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm self-deprecating, but not doing a very good job of it. Anyway, what's this?
Fine. This is my my comic. You have this collection of characters.
It actually looks quite good, to be fair.
So, to be fair, it is. You have the Exile, and he is extraterrestrial, exiled shapeshifter, and a chrononaut. You have the Agent, and the Exile does look somewhat like Patrick Chow's Doctor Who. You have the Agent, who is a socialite, Olympic gymnast, model, and secret agent. You have the Assassin, Suave, so MI6, public school
education. Looks like John Hamm.
Yes, exactly. That's what I said. Make him look like John Hamm. John Hamm is James Bond, orphaned and a psychopath. The astronaut, intrepid, augmented, first contact, throws feces. And the envoy, sentient, extra-dimensional, possible Caesar of humanity, motivations oblique. So there we go. So, yeah, one second. So it starts off. We have British summertime, long ago. And we immediately go into a. Have you ever seen The Prisoner?
I haven't, but no, this looks quite good actually. I'm not gonna lie. This looks actually pretty good.
So
this is better than that other bloody comic we were looking at.
Yeah, no, Dominic does this great work. So this is a pastiche of the Prisoner opening titles, and then he gets rammed off the road by James Bond. And I have all the characters are singing their own theme tunes. Yeah, he's got ba 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 to himself. Anyway, the prisoner's driving along with three young ladies and about to get a blowjob. Now, I may insert several pages over here in between these scenes. So, but yeah, I'll skip forward. Yeah, a lot of the time the monkey in the spacesuit is dragging a woman's corpse around. There's a reason for that. Doctor and Emma Pill suddenly realize they have an intense attraction, but there's something more going on. Basically, I
wrote again more of your fantasies, Rabbi.
They I needed two characters to hook up, but basically, I wanted to do the thing with this alien entity. What was invading our reality, and the monkey. Then will throws a toilet roll at it, right? And he grabs it, and this is my favorite bit in the book. He's like looking, go bloop 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 as the James Bond-esque character walks up, because we've all looked down a toilet roll and pretended we're watching a James Bond movie at one point. So yeah, that's really the point I wanted to get to in the story.
Fair enough.
But then you get all these. You get the full script, but you also get notes and you get Dominic's rough sketches.
I like how the guy who's like meant to be a womanizer looks like Patrick Troughton.
Well, he's not a womanizer. They are overcome by a dawning of the age of Aquarius. So again, you get Dominic had trouble working this one out, but yeah, so you get all this stuff, and then what else? You get Appendix 2. Here we go. Again, this was a page took some time to get right. Like I wanted the sex scene to be more subtle. So eventually I had Emma Pill grinding herself off on Patrick Troughton. As I feel they would do in real life. So Appendix 2 is the Ice Warriors. It's a strip I did with Stefano Cardacelli, which inspired this book. I was supposed to do this book with Stefano, but he had to drop out for reasons I still don't know. But anyway, so I put all the Ice Warriors strips in, and I guess I put more in. So these are the pages that Stefano did, but they weren't his best, unfortunately. I think he was sick.
No, the other artist is better. I think I like that. I like the other art. I rate that.
It was like a happy accident. And then I think I got something. Yeah, it's 1 second. I got making of the comic in there. This is it. Pitch of Doom. So this is the pitch for what the 4-part series will be like. And yeah, if it does incredibly well, I'll just finance it from the Indiegogo. Okay, so you won't get this. You would actually get the comic. But to do that,
what's the link again?
The link is I'll put it in the chat.
because I think you put it in a couple of times.
There you go. I put it. Yeah, it's just in the chat. But to do that, you need to go and click the link and sign up the main links. Even if you're not planning on purchasing a copy, that would be fan-dabby-dubby-dozy. This is a numbers game. The more people sign up, the better you do. That's basically just the way it is. Fine. My wife has made a curry, and I'm really quite excited. She doesn't often make curry, and I want to have some dinner. Is there anything anybody would like to talk about?
My sex life.
No. But I will talk to you after the stream. Can I talk to you after the stream, Rabbi, quickly?
You can talk to me after the stream, but not for long.
Sorry if I ruined your stream, Rabbi.
You didn't terrible jokes. Listen, I'm happy to look. I'm totally happy to answer anyone's questions about pretty much anything. I am what they call an open book. An open book is something that you would have if you back my comic book. So there you go. With that, I'm going to click the end broadcast button, and it says, "Are you sure?" And of course, I'm sure because I'm a man of certainty. So I'm going to, Dennis Dillinger, how you doing? If I missed you, I do apologize. Lonnie Webb, how you doing? But okay, fine. I can't see anymore because I already hit the end broadcast button. Hitting the really, really super end broadcast button.